We can't stop the triggers that have been caused by many years of emotional abuse. They just happen, and usually at the most inopportune times. You feel flushed, a pit feels like someone is drilling into your belly, a lump forms in your throat, making it difficult to talk or to swallow. Your hands get sweaty, and you just want to run, but your feet have anchors attached to them with a very thick, short chain. It makes your original pain feel more real at this moment than it ever did before. Have you ever forgiven the one who molded you into this complex person that you've found so difficult to love? Constantly afraid to just be, to face people who are all better than you? Afraid to hear the words that will be said in laughter when you've worked up this hard found courage to finally pour out your heart? The words my father spoke to me will forever be etched in my mind, even though I finally found room to forgive him after he passed away. My forgiveness did not discount what he did, but it allowed God's gift of Jesus' blood to wash away the anger that I had. And those effects that had reverberated over and over every single day of my life were finally fading as I found my own identity. Removing 25 years of anxiety meds and antidepressants from my life is healing my mind in a way that is bringing back a lot of those moments that are actually revealing the source of so many triggers that I've dealt with for so many years. And recently, I recalled that as a teenager, I watched a girlfriend jump onto her dad's lap, getting a big hug, and realized I never had that. I could only remember ever receiving a hug from my father once, and actually, I asked for it. I was in my 40s, and my second husband was in the hospital in a coma for over 2 weeks from a brain aneurysm. My father had actually said something empathetic and said he couldn't believe that I was going through something like this, and he asked if there was anything he could do. That's when I told him I could really use a hug. He slid one arm around my shoulder, barely touching me, and he never drew me close. As hurtful as that moment was at that time, remembering this helped me to realize that he never knew how to express love. I knew that he had a younger sister who had surgery to remove a brain tumor at a very young age. She would be rather nasty to him, play tricks on him, screaming, and then when their mother came running, she would blame him for something he didn't do. And of course, she was always believed. As someone dealing with past trauma, I'm sure that the last person you want to forgive is the one that you believed played such a huge role in your emotional disabilities and your limitations. But when you do that, the experience frees your feet from those chains, and you know that the triggers are going to be so much farther in between as you heal. Forgiveness is for the original abuse. Forgiveness is also for the triggers. After these 2 years, I realized that every trigger comes with another opportunity for me to remember that forgiveness. I may find the need to forgive again, but it also gives me a chance to remember how much forgiveness has healed me inside. It's cleared my mind and helped me to find out who I truly am. Because now, if you haven't noticed by now, I've become an open book, revealing my deepest secrets and trusting that they help you to find Jesus. And now, when I see a father and daughter hug, I smile, and I know how truly blessed she is.